Hey guys, it's Sheehan. It is Tuesday, although it feels like it's a Thursday. I feel like Thursday is the most wasted day of the week, and I hate it for that reason. Drake is calling me. Did Drake call me? Is Drake calling me now? Let me see. Hold on. When did Drake call me? Did he call me today? Did he just call me? Let's call him. Let's call Drake. I think he did call me. New FaceTime. Drake. See if he called me. Maybe he didn't call me. Maybe it was a booty call. But not a booty call. Not like that, but maybe it was a booty call. So yeah, it's Tuesday. It feels like a Thursday. And there's just so much going on. When is it not so much going on? It's just like, what are people doing in society? The fact that people are still stuck on the queen. Who cares about the queen? She wasn't our queen. She definitely wasn't our queen. Like, who cares about the queen? Then you have like women talking about who they can be with because they look like this. All of y'all BBL people, y'all just gonna be with some BBL insurance later on in life when stuff starts dropping. And you can't. That's what it's going to be, and it's okay. You're setting the tone for your future. Cool. But let's not try to discriminate on the people that's out here still with their real bodies, still willing to go to the gym, still willing to not move fat from state to state. My mom. Shocked. Stop apologizing. Close the door. My mom apologizes for everything. I'm just like, girl, stop apologizing. Maybe that's why I'm so unapologetic. So that's going on. What did I want to talk about? I just wanted to talk about the fact that I don't really like video. Like, I love podcasting. I love making sure my voice is heard and thoughts from other people are heard. But as far as like this video thing, I'm trying to see if I like this video thing. Look, my hair is growing. And it has like these little curls in it. And it's like a reddish brownish right now. But I'm not about to take off my hat and have no weird hat hair. But I think I'm gonna dye it black. Probably tonight. So, what I did want to talk about is the fact that voting is coming up in the next 2 months. Early voting starts in October. I have mixed feelings about politics, where I feel like the only time politically you really have a say is if you have the money. If you have money and you're funding these people who are running, I feel like that's when your thoughts and your needs are even in discussion. I don't feel like citizens that live in the neighborhoods, shop in the neighborhoods, really have a say on who gets voted in and who does what in that district or whatever. But I'm not gonna quit. So early voting does start in October. Make sure that you're registered. You can inquire that you are registered and you know where your precinct is, because everybody has a precinct where they're supposed to vote. I know where mine is. It's right down the street. How come every time people be like, where is it? Right down the street. Right down the street. And so I just really want to educate thyself on what are the different positions, who are the people that I'm voting for. I Googled who the people on my ballot will be, just so I'm familiar with their name, what they stand for, where they went to school, what they're already doing in the community, their track record, because I don't like going to vote and being completely blindsided by a whole bunch of names that I don't know what they're standing for. And the last thing you want to do is vote for some people who are not going to do the best in your district of where you live, where your kids go to school, where you shop. Because we can always tell the areas in Georgia that don't have proper trash pickup. The community doesn't care about what their yard looks like. There's high crime in that area. Police rarely patrol this area to keep it safe. Zoning issues. People can't open up certain businesses because this zoning is for this and this zoning for that. So like here, they really specify where you can have auto body shops. They really specify where you can have boutiques. They specify all these things where you can have housing, where you can have horses, versus you not having horses here because we have HOA fees and we want this area to look a certain way. Like all of that goes into who you pick at these voting precincts. So I feel like we need to know, as people who we're voting for, we need to know what each category of who we're voting for in those categories do, whether it's agriculture, labor, don't get me to lying. But there's different categories for who's running for what. I want to know what it means. I'm definitely voting for Stacey Abrams. Okay? Because Bri think he's slick trying to toss people who take Medicaid or have food stamps this $3.50 real quick when it's close to the election, to think that that's going to give him some voting power. Sir, it's not. But we gonna take this $3.50, you know what I'm saying? I definitely am too rich for food stamps, but I want to believe that my kids are on Georgia Peach. So they do qualify for that. Adulting. So like today, I really wanted to be irresponsible. I wanted to be so irresponsible today, and I couldn't because there's no irresponsible bone within me. Y'all see my t-shirt? Economy Candy. I love y'all. I miss y'all so much. Economy Candy is a throwback, true and through candy store in New York. And I loved it. Contradiction. When I would run the Williamsburg Bridge and do laps with my friends in LES, we would stop through Economy Candy and pick up candy. They got like the whole nerds. They got the bubble jug where you pour out the gum and in your hand and you eat it. They got different Laffy Taffies. They got all of the classic candy from like the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. And I be ordering from them. So 2 birthdays ago, I had ordered like a huge package of like $50 worth of candy. Most of it sucked because through the heat and the shipping, a lot of the candy stuck to the paper, so I couldn't eat most of it, which was probably good because my dentist makes too much money off of me. But at the same time, I wanted to represent New York, LES, okay? Lower East Side, okay, for those who need to know. Candy shop, Economy Candy. Love y'all, miss y'all. But yeah, like, I want to be irresponsible. I want to be like, fuck that bill. I'm not going to pay that bill. Forget that bill. I don't want to pay that bill. But I can't really say that. So there's that. I just don't. I don't want to adult sometimes. I don't want to wake up on time sometimes. I don't want to. It took me 6 alarms to get up this morning. 6! And so, yeah, I know I'm not the only one that feels like that. I wish I could be careless. I wish I could be irresponsible sometimes, but I can't because I have to be the responsible one. I have to pay things on time. I have to call people to make sure they got my bills right. I have to make sure I sign up for my next gas plan for the year. I gotta make sure that I seal these windows for winter to make sure all the warm energy that I'm paying for in my house stays in my house and doesn't go out the window. I gotta make sure I seal the doors. I gotta make sure I touch up paint. Like, why does it cost so much to care? Why does it cost so much to care? I don't want to care, dog. Adulting is so much. So I'm going to the office tomorrow. My supervisor was like, when you go to the office? Let me tell you, the company that I work for is so unnecessary. We do not physically need to be in this office. But they keep saying, you need to go to the office. You need to go to the office. All right, I'm going to pop in there. I'm going to put some clothes on. But guess what? I PTO'd 6 hours of my day tomorrow. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to have me a little ride, a little cruise in the office. I'm going to park my car. I'm going to go up, sit down at the desk. I'm going to act like I'm working. And my time is going to roll around. I'm like, you leaving? Let me tell you something. I don't talk to nobody in the office. Don't nobody sit by me in that office. It'd be just me, and me. When I get in, me, and me till I leave. Okay? It is such a waste of time. The only reason why they have us going to that office is for a company tax write-off that they use the office. That's it. And so I'm going to enjoy myself tomorrow. I'm going to go to Home Goods for no reason. I'm going to go take myself out for breakfast for no reason. I'm going to take myself out to lunch for no reason. I'm going to dilly-dally and frolic in Target. I might go to the park and sit and get me something at the park for no reason. And I'm going to take my sweet time and I'm going to drive home. Because unhand me from the shackles of adulting, because if y'all want me to go to the office, I'm going to go. But I'm not going to stay the whole 8-7 hours. I'm not. And you can't make me. And yes, this does count that I came. I left, I saw, ta-ta. You know what I'm saying? Going to the office when you're supposed to be working from home. Why? If anything, this COVID tobacco, and if that's not a word it is today, just showed a lot of companies that having a brick and mortar, having an office, a stationary office, is completely unnecessary. It's completely unnecessary. And they know it. We know it. And so that's why I be treating it like that. As for fall, I'm ready. I've been ready. My wardrobe is ready. My shoes is ready. I'm not ordering a damn shoe. I'm good to go, right? If anything, I need to get the girls' winter shoes. But other than that, I'm chilling. I'm ready. But this weather is not falling. And I know I'm in Georgia. I know I'm in the South. But what weather anywhere in the United States is the weather right now? Really odd. So, shout out to Puerto Rico. I am so sorry that y'all do not have power right now. Remember the last storm? They went without power for a long time too. So I hope they get their power back quicker. My whole thing with these countries so glad I caught that. My whole thing with these countries that people get to visit for vacation Why isn't your political people having a tax for all of these hotels and resorts to pay to help the infrastructure of these places? Jamaica, Puerto Rico, like, where's the money going? Because people are continuously visiting. Y'all, electricity shouldn't go out like this. It shouldn't. It should be a lot better by now, okay? Jamaica, so many people who visit Jamaica. Y'all, infrastructure should be a lot better. The people who live there and go to school there and work there, y'all should have more opportunities with all the people coming in and visiting. All the other countries that people like to visit, the money that's coming in should be shown when people come. And if it's not, then you really have to question politically, what are y'all doing with the money? How y'all distributing these taxes? Like, how is that working? So there's that. What are the thoughts that I have today? Every day this week I've been paying the bill. So to those teenagers out there, do not rush to leave your parents' house. Enjoy it. Do not rush to, I'm going to be on my own. I wanted to say a word that don't. Do not rush to be in a relationship. Your 20s are for yourself. Be selfish, because your 20s is time for you to be selfish, okay? Don't be like a chicken with your head cut off out here, but be picky about the people you keep around you, but be selfish when it comes to dating, right? It's unnecessary. Kids, be kids. Go outside, play in the dirt, get your clothes dirty, get off the iPads. You don't have to watch TV. Those games are not real. Talk to your parents, ask them questions, okay? Life doesn't tell you when it's going to life. And when life be lifen, it does the most random emergency-like things at random times. And you don't know how long you're going to have people. You don't know how long people are going to be here. You don't know when an emergency is going to happen, and you have to act. So you have to be prepared. And I really feel like as a society, we've seen enough examples of what it looks like for kids to leave the house that they grew up in too soon. We've seen what it looks like for us to hold back our grown adult kids in our home because we just don't feel like they'll be able to do it themselves. If you have a grown kid, and when I say grown, I'm talking about 28, 35, 40s, and they still living in your house. They're not helping you with any bills. They leave messes. They don't do dishes. They don't clean their room. They don't do their laundry. You pay for their phone bill. You pay for their car insurance. You pay for their medical insurance. You set their doctor's appointment. That's your fault as a parent. Because you can live with your parents and still be an independent adult. Okay? If I could live with my mom right now and save to buy a house instead of renting a house, I would. But that is not my situation. My dad is no longer living. His house has been sold and is now turned into a multi apartment. So upstairs is an apartment, downstairs is an apartment in Philly on the corner of Cedar Ave, okay? So I don't have I'm going to my parents' house. But if you're at a point in your life where your parents still have their original home, help them. And if it means sometimes that you might have to go back home instead of renting to save, do that. Because a lot of people can't do that, okay? I don't believe in pushing your kids out in society. There's nothing really grand going on out here except fakery. There's a lot of fakery going on out here. There's a lot of people who have policies. I look cross-eyed in these glasses. Who have policies and they can't pay them. There's a lot of people who are drowning in their house taxes because they can't pay double taxes. And the taxes are going up. Imagine paying off your house. Within the first 15 years, if you're lucky, or the first 30 years, you retired. And the city goes up on your property taxes of your house, and so now you got to go look for a job. And that is why you see old people who should be at home on their porch ringing you up, struggling at the cash register, trying to do lifting in the stock room. Can you help me with this? They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. They should be at home. But the way that society is going is your money will never be enough. Your money will never be enough. Your savings will never be enough. So we have to be thinking in a way of, my neighbor's going in the airport. We have to be thinking in a way of investing and where we're going to put our money. This is me. Some Boston Bean footage. This is me on the ruler from 4th grade. Look at that thick mustache that my mom refused to cut. Let my kid's mustache grow like that. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to what? I'm going to cut it. Okay? They're not going out like my mom made me go out. That thing was thick. And she made me take pictures like that. But yeah, like, you don't want to be struggling in old age when you want to rest. This scar is from when I was 15. My cousin was trying to wrestle with me, and I didn't want to wrestle, right? And so I was fighting him, and we was fighting in the yard. My best friend there was there, Milani Malik. My youngest brother Nate was there. My mom's middle child that I don't like, that's why I call him that. My cousins were there, my mom was there, and we was just fighting in the yard. And me, once you get me to fighting, I'm not going to stop until I'm satisfied. Okay? So something happened, and my brothers got me in the house, and they tried to lock me in the house. They tried to lock me in the house. So I was like, oh no, you're not locking me in the house. I went to the laundry room, and it was like this glass window, and I punched out the window, broke it, went outside, unlocked the latch thing, opened the door, dragged my cousin out the car, wouldn't let him leave. Because why are you bothering me? Why are you bothering me? I told you to get off of me. Now, that part of me is laid to rest, okay? I don't fight anymore. Okay? Ain't no reason to fight. I'm not fighting. So that was that. So that's where that scar is from. My white meat busted out my arm because it was glass stuck in my arm. But the adrenaline, I didn't feel it. And it was just oozing everywhere. There's blood everywhere. My mom put me in the tub. And she was like rinsing it off. And you just saw like the white fleshy part and the blood. And I had to go get stitches. Stitches? Oh my God, that was so embarrassing when I got stitches. The next day, oh my God, I was in that room getting stitches. He tried to numb it. Did nothing, okay? I could feel it, sir. Stitching me. I screamed the whole time. I got out of there. Everybody was looking at me like I was crazy. I don't care. It hurt. Now, mind you, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 6 tattoos? And these stitches will hurt worse than all these tattoos. Trust me. Even the ones I got right here on my ribs. Hurt, honey. You ain't got to worry about me getting glass cut in my arm. No more. Okay? No more. But yeah. This adulting stuff ain't it. Don't rush to get out here in the world. If you get a chance and you go to college and you want to go to a semester abroad, do it. That's one regret I have about going to college. I'm still waiting for these people to pay off my my college loans because I do not make enough money to be paying off these loans and working this bill-to-bill job because that's what it is. It's not even like, pay your bills, save some, spend some. This ain't that kind of money, okay? I got a 4-year degree. This ain't that kind of money, okay? I'm at the point where I'm just like, the way I'm going to survive and make the lifestyle I need, I'm going to have to work for myself. Even when I started this job and everybody's talking about what their plans are with the company, my plan is to get to a point where I can work for myself. Okay? There's nothing mysterious about me. I'm not going to lie to you. My plan is to not be here for 20 years. My plan is to not to be here for 30 years. You're not about to get a company story out of me. Ain't no company story. I am working this job because this job helps pay my bills and make my children comfortable for the time being. But once I get in a space where it's just me, I'm out of here. Okay? Out of here. All right? But other than that, I just wanted to talk to you guys real quick. I'm still waiting to start the little segment that I'm going to do with y'all, getting the login and all of that good stuff together. It's going to be really fun. Can't wait to introduce it, but once I introduce it, you're going to see me a lot more. Other than that, I'll be over here recording for Cozy Boom Podcast, recording for Loud Mouth Stereo Podcast with Greg from Young Black and Bothered, recording the Real Relationship Report that I do at Dungeon, recording So What Page Be On Bed, that starts next week. The book that we're reading is Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen. I think that's how you say his name. So we're going to talk about the author first, the first episode next Tuesday on Stereo app. If you don't know what Stereo app is, look it up, download it, and get in the know. She Gets It Pod, Friday, Monday, got me, 10 p.m. Dropping, okay? Did I miss a show? No, I think that's all the podcasts. And you can add me at Shamby Poddin, because that's where I'm at. That's where I be. On Twitter, IG, Wisdom app, fan base. Where am I not? If anybody that tells you they can't find me or they couldn't figure out my email, you're a liar. You're a liar. You're a liar. Because I got like 4, 5, 11 emails. Okay. I have about 4 different Instagrams. I have about 4 different Twitters. And shambypoddin.com when you lost. You can always find me. Bye. If you're in New York visiting, go to LES and go to Economy Candy. They won't disappoint. Okay? Bye. Don't be looking at my nails because I do need to paint them over.